Deep in the Colorado desert lies a fortress of absolute isolation.
Deep in the high desert, this facility stands as a stark reminder. It is a place designed for absolute control. This is where the road truly ends. Beyond these walls, the illusion of safety fades. Every movement is watched, but what are we truly keeping in? Deep within the arid wasteland lies a place forgotten by time. Here, isolation is the only rule, and the desert is the ultimate warden. Beyond these massive concrete walls, layers of heavy security ensure that what is inside stays hidden from view. Beyond these walls, every movement is tracked, and freedom is just a memory. Deep in the desert, this fortress stands alone. Layered grids of steel create an inescapable perimeter, completely surrounded by nothingness. This is a place designed to be forgotten, where time is measured in decades, not days.
Behind these heavy steel bars lies a world dictated by absolute control. Here, every movement is tracked, and every second is counted.
This is a world of absolute isolation. Behind these heavy steel doors, time stands perfectly still. Here, every single movement is closely watched. This is where time stands still. 4 concrete walls and nothing else. A world reduced to the barest essentials. Beyond these heavy steel doors, time loses all meaning. This is a place designed for absolute isolation, where the only escape is found within the mind. Behind this steel door, isolation becomes a way of life. For many, this tiny window is the only link to the outside world. Here, time is measured not in hours, but in years. A few square meters become a prisoner's entire world. Within these concrete walls, the silence can be deafening.
Every surface is designed to be indestructible. Stainless steel and cold concrete define this space. It is an architecture of absolute control. Within these massive walls, time becomes a heavy shadow. A vast, empty space where the only escape is looking up.
Behind these high walls, time takes on a completely different meaning. Every day, the same routine, watching over a world forgotten.
Every slam, every bolt must be checked. Security here is absolute, and it begins with this door. Behind these walls, freedom is just a memory, layer after layer of cold, uncompromising steel, designed to ensure that no one ever gets out. This is the ultimate end of the line. This facility is designed for absolute control. Here, isolation becomes a part of the daily routine. In this small space, time becomes the enemy. Isolated from any human contact.
In this small space, time is measured in inches of light. Every drifting dust mote carries a memory of a world that continues outside these walls.
This was the entire world. For 23 hours every day.
Behind these heavy steel doors, every single movement is precisely controlled. When the massive mechanical lock finally engages, all hope of escape vanishes. Time here is not measured in hours. It is measured in the heavy silence of these endless corridors. In this small space, time becomes your shadow. It is the only thing that never leaves. Tracing the days. On a cold metal shelf, a pencil, a notebook, small remnants of self. Here time is measured in shadows. In the deep silence of isolation, time becomes the heaviest burden. A world contained within 4 walls. This corridor holds the deepest secrets of the facility. Behind each identical door, time completely stands still. This is a world measured in absolute isolation. They can lock up the body, but never the mind. For freedom is a landscape that can never be contained.
Deep within this arid landscape lies a facility of absolute 5 separate layers of security fences encircle the perimeter, designed to ensure that what comes inside stays inside. Beyond these sharp and frozen coils of steel, the mountains speak of a freedom that remains untouched. Inside these walls, silence is never empty. Every movement is tracked, every corner watched. Vigilance is the only defense.
Behind these walls, every movement is tracked. Sophisticated networks watch every corridor. This constant surveillance defines high-security life. Here, privacy is completely non-existent. Inside these walls, vigilance is the only line of defense. Every movement is tracked, and every shadow is watched. Beyond this point, freedom is just a memory. Layer after layer of steel ensures no one escapes.
This is the sally port, the airlock of the prison. Every movement is tracked, every access controlled. Between these massive gates, security is absolute. Out here, time is measured in concrete and iron. A silent watch over the endless desert waste. Deep in the desolate wasteland, isolation becomes the ultimate wall.
Behind these walls, time flows differently. Every movement is watched, every shadow tracked. Here, security is the only reality.
For many inmates, this is the only human contact. A meal tray passed through a small slot in the door. Isolated from the world outside. This is the standard issue meal. It costs less than $1. For many, it is the only meal. Nutritional standards are often ignored.
In the quiet of a small cell, time is measured not in hours, but in pages. Here, the mind finds its own freedom through the written word. They say that walls are built to make us forget. But every sunset here carries the weight of freedom, reminding us of a world that still waits beyond.
Within these massive walls, time takes on a different meaning. 4 towering concrete monoliths separating the lost from the living, leaving only a small sliver of sky as a reminder of freedom. For many, time is measured not in days, but in paces. Within these walls, isolation becomes a constant companion.
Within these massive walls, time is measured in concrete. Every crack and shadow tells a story of isolation. Here, the sky is just a distant, unreachable dream.
Within these walls, time is measured in shadows. Each setting sun marks another day gone. But the quiet here speaks louder than words, leaving only echoes behind.
Deep in the barren desert, beyond these gates lies nothing but hundreds of miles of unforgiving terrain.
Behind these walls, every shadow is watched and every movement is tracked. This is a place designed for absolute isolation.
Every movement is tracked with absolute precision. Constant surveillance ensures that nothing goes unseen. Behind these high walls, the watch never ends.
Beyond these heavy steel doors lies a world of isolation, where every shadow holds a story of its own, and time itself seems to stand perfectly still.
Behind this steel door lies a world of isolation, where time is measured in shadows and silence. Here, the echo of the past is the only companion. Deep in the mountains, ultimate isolation is a reality. Here, the darkness is as secure as the walls. Welcome to the end of the line. At the break of day, this isolated fortress awakens to the light. Here, time is measured not in hours, but in years, a quiet reminder of the world outside. Behind these walls, time takes on a different meaning. A reminder of the line between freedom and isolation. Deep in the heart of the barren wasteland lies a place designed for absolute isolation, where the landscape itself becomes the warden. Deep in the high desert, where the terrain dictates the terms of survival, stands a monument to absolute isolation. Here, the vast landscape becomes the ultimate wall. In this desert, silence is the ultimate wall. And some secrets are meant to be left behind.